little bit, but before we get to our awards, I also want to take time to acknowledge a very special senior class. My seniors, please step forward. I know every senior class is special, but I want to thank you guys for all that you put into this program, all the hard work through 4 years of off-season, through all the Saturdays in September through November doubleheaders, and mostly for embracing the challenge of chasing greatness. Most people are afraid to do it, and you guys just really embrace it. You guys have helped reestablish what it means to be a CPA baseball player, both in this building and throughout 2A and 3A. So thank you very much for all that work. To give you some frame of reference without throwing a bunch of stats at you, I'm trying not to do that tonight. This is the only senior class that has ever qualified for the postseason all 4-year years. The only senior class to be ranked in the top 20 all 4 years. The only senior class to end with an overall winning record over those 4 years. And not just a winning record, these guys were 60-33 going into our game tomorrow, which is a 650 winning percentage, which again is big in baseball. You guys have left some big shoes to fill, but you've left the program in great shape, and we thank you for all that you've done. Of course, we have some regional award winners too, as Zach mentioned, and some of them with that senior class. So I'm going to kind of rattle those off as well right now. Senior Isaac Swanson was acknowledged on the all-region team. Senior Ryan Hong is a second-team third baseman. A newcomer to the team, sophomore Matthew Kim, was listed as a first-team catcher for the team. Our junior Coleman Smith is a first-team first base for the team. And senior Robbie Hirsch was first-team pitcher for the team. So we're going to get a round of applause. Robbie Hirsch in particular, he'll be leaving Chandler Prep as a top 1 or 2 in the history of the school in single season batting average, in career batting average, in single season ERA, in stolen bases, in career slugging. Next year he's going to be attending the University of Dayton to play baseball, which makes him one of the first, or the first, a Division I player to come out of the program. So again, I'm going to ask for another round of applause for Robbie Hirsch. We have another region winner, but we'll get to that shortly. Okay, our first award doesn't really have a plaque because it involves several players, but the coaches and I, we wanted to acknowledge a kind of a dugout award, which goes to our bench, right? Now, I know that might sound like a participation award or even condescending, but it's not. In baseball, dugout culture is a huge part of success. A lot of things have to happen in the dugout to support the team on the field, both physically and emotionally. And I for one, I set very high expectations for what I expect from our dugout culture and the role that it plays in our program. And these guys exceeded those expectations. This was the best dugout culture we've ever had, the most energy that ever brought, the most responsive. We talk about see what your brother needs. Make sure you see think about what your brother needs. Help your brother with what he needs. And these guys were just fantastic. By far, the best dugout culture we've had. They set a new bar. So I want to thank those guys and call them out for a fantastic year. Thank you very much. Okay, now the more traditional ones. There's some that might say this young man is a bit abrasive. We'll just say that he speaks his mind all the time, no matter what's on his mind. But at the same time, whenever the team needs something, anything, whether he wants to do it or not, whether he agrees, he does it. Whatever I asked without pushback. Ultimately, I've coached for a long time. Probably pushing 25 years. I have met few, if any, players who have more passion for the game, who care more about the team and who put the team above self more than this young man. We saw it during the grind in the middle season when he was fighting illness day after day and just kept showing up. He clearly did not feel well. We probably should have taken him out of the game as coaches, but he's the kind of player that will punch you if you try and take him out of the game. Not only would he not give a day off, he would not take a play off. He fully owned and delivered, and time again in his role as captain, and The players clearly lined up to follow behind his big personality. When Coleman Smith grows up and finishes playing college baseball, he tells me he's going to come back and take over the program. I'm telling you, brother, I want to be the first one in that front of that scene to cheer you on. Our Coach of the World goes to Coleman Smith. Now we're going to go to MVP. But for this, I'm going to forego the suspense. Dom's time to come up here. I know that you guys, many of you have seen Dom on that CA field putting in the work when no one's watching to become the beast that he is standing in front of me, in front of you today, next to me right now. We had the pleasure of watching the fruits of his labor up close. Dom was not only our MVP, he was the best player in the region. He was among not just region leaders, but among conference leaders in ERA, strikeouts, wins, RBIs, home runs, slugging percentage. I could go on. There were occasions when Dom put us on his back and single-handedly won games as much as you can in a team sport, both on the mound and at the plate. Dom is a two-time defensive player of the region. He's an all-region and all-conference first-team pitcher who happened to also hit under over 400 this season. And he leads CPA as number one in career ERA, strikeouts per season, strikeouts per career, wins for a season, wins for a career, and he's second all-time in the history of CPA and RBIs. Next year, Dom will be playing JUCO ball with Scottsdale Community College, most likely we're heading to, with aspirations of playing in Division I as he kind of moves through JUCO ball. And we know we'll be watching because we know he has the heart to accomplish any goal he sets his mind to. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm confident no one tonight deserves a bigger round of applause than this young man. Please give it up for Don Simon. Again, we apologize for our attire not being dressed up for the occasion, and I also apologize that I've asked that these guys can leave the ceremony now in order to get home. We have a big game tomorrow, and I really want them to get home and get a good meal and get to bed, so we're prepared to play tomorrow, so don't take it as any kind of slight. We just got some work to do tomorrow. But again, thank you guys for attending, and good luck to the rest of the CPA teams.